Greetings everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I'm Advocate Puleng. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider to subscribe, and also please comment, like the video, share it with your friends and with your family, with your colleagues as well. Today I want to discuss how to navigate office politics. Because the relationships that you have in a workplace, they can make or they can break you. To start with, the workplace, it's a place where, if you are employed, where you spend almost 8 hours of your time, depending on the country where you are and depending on the hours of work in that particular country. But for South Africa, it's 8 hours. So it is important that it must be a place that you look forward to go to. It's a place that you are happy at. It's a place where you do not experience emotional or psychological abuse. It must be a place that is comfortable or it's good for your mental health. Because I know a lot of people who go through a lot in their workplace, but they continue to go because there are bills to be paid. Now, in every workplace, there are politics. There are politics in the workplace. It can be as a result of you are working with difficult people. You have a difficult boss. There are issues of nepotism, favoritism. There are instances where you can have a problem even with a junior person, because some junior people in the workplace, they are junior in rank, but they are standing proxy for some very powerful people. So you would be thinking that I'm dealing with a junior, not knowing that that junior is the most powerful person in that workplace, because he or she is standing proxy for someone. Or it can be a situation whereby a PA, a personal assistant, has a relationship with the boss. Thus, she becomes your boss, into quotations. She becomes more powerful than you. When she talks to you or when he talks to you, it's as if the boss is talking to you. And the decisions will be taken in your absence only for you to implement, because this PA and the boss have already taken a decision. So she is more powerful than you. And another challenge in the workplace nowadays is where you report to somebody who is less experienced or less qualified by you. This person, legally speaking, or as we say in the law, is de jure your senior, legally speaking. Because this person has been appointed to a powerful position than you, yet de facto, we say factually. In actual fact, the senior, into quotation, it's you, because you are the one who knows the job. You are the one who does everything for the senior. But at the same time, because the senior himself knows that he is not qualified for that position, is threatened by you. To be honest, I'm going to give an example with my own personal situation, where I was reporting to somebody who was less qualified than me. This person, when she was away, she would never recommend that I should attend an executive meeting, a meeting which was attended by very, very senior. She never appointed me to go and stand in for her. She would rather appoint somebody who was junior than me, because she didn't want me to be exposed to this high-profile meeting. But at the time when I was serving resignation, then my last month at this workplace, is then that she asked me to go and stand in for her when she was not available. Because why? The threat is no longer there, because now she's aware that I am leaving So the possibility of me taking over, of the possibility of people who are more senior than her knowing about me, my potential, my experience, my qualification was minimized. Or even if it was there, it didn't matter any longer at that stage. So these are some of the challenges that we face in the workplace. There's another one, the last one, which is called, a person is called a psychopath. A psychopath, the library says, the dictionary rather, not library, it's somebody who suck up to the boss, flattering the boss. This person can even go to an extent of befriending the family of the boss. That's a psychopath. So in a workplace, we deal with people of different personality, office politics, and how to navigate them. This is what we are about today. Now, these are some of the things that you can do to navigate office politics. Number one, develop your own brand. I am Puleng. I must develop brand Puleng. What is my brand? What would be your brand? What kind of a brand can you develop? You know, they say action speaks louder than words. So people at the workplace should know who you are and what you stand for. So the brand that you want to develop at all costs is you must be as a hard worker. Everybody must know that this one works hard. Everybody must know that you have a strong work ethic. Everybody must know that you have high morals. Everybody must know that you can deliver. Everybody must know that you are punctual. Everybody must know that you can get things done. You know, once you begin to operate like that, even people who are junior to you, you'll hear them saying, this one can deliver. So and so can work. You must make yourself indispensable. If you are not there, that division that you work for must be rendered dysfunctional just by your absence. You know, my mother used to say, when she was talking to us about how to conduct yourself in the workplace, she should say, when you are at work, you must work for 2 people, 3 people. You must do a job for 2 or 3 people and do it quietly. My mother used to say, if you do that, the time you resign, they will find it very difficult to replace you, because they will begin to realize for the first time that this person was one person but was doing a job for 2 or 3 people. So that's how you make yourself indispensable. That is the brand. That is how you want people to know. And people must know that you have high moral standards. You don't rob. You do what you are required to do. The other thing, excel in your job. Master your job. I also said be indispensable. Engage yourself in what we call continuous self-development. Because why? You want to excel in your job. Always be abreast with the latest developments in your field. If you're a lawyer like me, read the latest cases. Be aware of current affairs. Be aware of where the courts are and what the courts are saying, the decisions that are taken regarding high-profile cases in the country. Have a mentor and be a mentor. Don't be selfish. If you want to have a mentor, you must also be a mentor to someone. Share with your colleagues. Have a network. They say your network is your net worth. Read. Your colleagues, even your colleagues, they must rely on you. And when they come, assist them. Because you'll never know. The person that you assist today is the person who will assist you tomorrow. The other tip is that you must manage conflict. Don't avoid conflict. You know, one of the critical traits of a good leader is one who can manage conflict. Don't avoid it. Don't put everything under the rug. Confront it head on if there is a conflict and develop a skill called conflict management. But at the same time, don't be part of pettiness. Be the one who is mature. Be a good listener. At the same time, don't be their sponge when they fight. You know, people who always have friends around them, they will be fighting when you will be busy doing your work. And then when they begin to fight, they want to involve you. No, don't be anybody's sponge. But if in your leadership position there is a conflict, manage it. And the reason why I'm saying don't be their sponge is because you want to protect your emotional health, your mental health rather. But at the same time, give them healthy, honest feedback when you deal with conflict or when you address that conflict. Don't just let things to simmer. Another tip, stay away from gossip mongers. Be friendly, but don't be close to gossip members. They will land you in trouble because some of them, they will quote you. If you just say something, they will quote you. And they can be very toxic. So be friendly, but don't be close to gossip mongers. Gossip mongers are very dangerous. If they're gossiping about somebody to you, they're also going to gossip about you. They're also going to quote you. And that can be very untidy and unprofessional in a workplace. You must keep your conversation with them limited and mostly only to business. Because as I say, what they do to others, they will also do it to you. You must remember that you don't go to work to make friends. It took me a while to know this. You don't go to work to make friends. Your co-workers, they are exactly that. Your co-workers. So also don't be part of a clique. Don't belong to a particular, don't be associated with any clique. Because, you know, in the workplace, there can be clique. Don't be associated with a clique. Be a team player. And also don't be too aloof. Be part of a team. Work with a team. Be a team player. Work with a team. Um, and you must also, as much as I'm saying, don't mess around with gossip mongers and don't belong to a clique, but you still have to know what is happening around you. So don't be too aloof. Create a little bit of space to know what is happening. That can be very helpful. Um, because why? It is important that you must be politically savvy. Stay clear from those members, gossip mongers, as I have said. Relate with them only professionally. It is also important to develop strong, soft skills. By that I mean interpersonal skills. You must learn how to deal and work with people, how to respond, be emotionally intelligent, practice diplomacy. You must be tactful, and you must also self-regulate your emotions. Think about you before you say something. Don't just speak, and don't just get easily angered by everything. Restrain yourself, especially in a workplace. Sometimes just take a break, give yourself a break, and respond at a later stage. Don't respond immediately. You know, they say, keep friends closer, but keep your enemies even closer. Keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. So, because you are not part of this gossip mongering, also avoid yourself to be the one who is spreading rumor and unsubstantiated gossip. If somebody tells you something, hey, have you heard this? And then you go and pass it on. Don't be that person in the workplace. And as I said, don't be a member of cliques. Remain neutral. Don't take side with anybody. Resolve conflicts. And the other thing, don't ever put things down in writing quickly. Take time, think it through, sleep over it. If you want to write maybe a complaint and you want to say something, you want to put it down in writing, you can write it today, but sleep over it. Tomorrow you may have changed your mind. Tomorrow you may even think that, it was actually not even necessary for me to mention this. You know, some of the things you can overlook. It's not every time where you confront issues, because otherwise you'll appear to be this one who's always complaining and nobody will ever take you seriously. So there are some things that you have to overlook, and when you work with people, and also learn to strike a compromise. It can't always be about you, especially in the workplace. But most importantly, maintain a professional attitude, maintain professional relationships with your coworkers, because they are not your friends. You are friendly to them, but they are not your friends. I would prefer you make friends outside the workplace for you to be able to survive workplace politics.